This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Tell me something good.
Mattel has announced a historic addition to its Barbie doll line, a version that includes a behind-the-ear hearing aid. It's part of the company's Fashionista Barbie line, which Mattel says reflects its commitment to promoting diversity and inclusion. And I just think it's so sweet to think of a little kid who's hard of hearing, who maybe doesn't feel like, the toys reflect them, especially in that area, and then to all of a sudden have an option that's like, oh, just like me.
Yeah.
I just think that's so special and really important, and I give Mattel full credit on this. And they've done it with a bunch of other things as well, with like amputees, for example, and I just think it's a pretty special move on their part.
Yep.
Tell me something good.
There's a 6-year-old boy who's gone viral. His name is Sammy. He was just on the beach in Britain. And when you're a kid and you're on the beach and you're looking for like seashells or whatever it is, and you're just so pumped with whatever you can come up with.
Of course.
Even if it's like a coin or like a colored rock.
Yeah, and like your parents are like, yeah, we get it. That's another cool looking rock.
Okay, but this story's wild. So Sammy goes up to his dad and he's like, check what I found. It turns out it was a 4-inch long tooth of a megalodon? Megalodon? I don't know how to say that. But
Megalodon, I believe is how you pronounce it.
basically, it's a massive shark's tooth, and it's 3 million years old.
What?
3 million. And they said you can find these teeth, but not usually on a British beach. So after talking to these paleontologists, now Sammy, who's 6 years old, obviously wants to be a paleontologist.
Yeah, probably will be.
He's already in the books. He's discovered something incredible. 3 million years old.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
Maybe the next time my daughter says, hey, Dad, look what I found, I'll actually pay attention. Kourtney Kardashian ended up stepping on $1 million engagement ring shortly after she got it from Travis Barker because that family is in dire need of attention all the time, and they were being filmed and nobody was talking about the engagement. So they're like, what can we do? Probably step on this $1 million ring and break it. That'll get people talking. And here we are.
Here we are talking about it, but not really about them. I just think it would launch a really interesting conversation with real stories from our listeners about the most expensive thing that you've ever broken, or maybe a loved one broke, or you witnessed someone do it and it was intense.
Erica says, I'm a photographer and I broke my favorite lens. It's like not the most expensive lens I own, but it was my favorite. It was $500, and I'm sad that I don't have it right now.
I remember getting my brand new iPhone and smashing the screen the very next day. And I didn't get the protection plan. Good times.
Yeah, that was a big screw up.
And then I went to the Apple store and I tried to get a discount to make them feel sorry for me. I was like, what can I do to get this discount? And I was trying to flirt with the guy behind the desk. And so I leaned on the counter, but I leaned a little bit too far and I slipped and I knocked over all of the phone cases. It was a bad week.
Smooth.
Wasn't.
Yeah, well played.
No.
The most expensive thing you've broken. This says, when I was a dumbass in high school, I ended up rolling a golf cart.
Okay, I've heard that's really pricey.
Yeah, and the course charged me $2,000 for damages.
No.
I don't think this is a bold statement. I would be completely understanding if they're like, no, sorry, 18 plus on golf carts, or even 21 plus for rentals. Because all you try to do the entire time is fishtail, run into your buddies, make squeaking sounds by stopping really fast or starting fast. Like, you just damaged the thing.
Do you remember when I almost flipped a golf cart?
Yeah.
It was because I was on a hill, though. Like I was lazy to walk to go to get my ball.
Yeah, so also Lisas should not be allowed to drive golf carts. So high school boys and Lisas. We'll get to a story here about a ring right away. That's pretty wild. What do you got?
This is a first-time texter, so no name attached to it. Maybe they want to keep it that way. It says, I broke my husband's brand new car. It was on a one-way insurance at the time. How do you break it?
No.
That happened. That does suck. It seems to happen a lot where people will get a brand new gadget and it breaks almost immediately.
I made a $600 mistake in high school. I thought I was being really funny, back to how dumb I was in high school. the home ec and the health room were separated by like a door at school, and there was a huge window in between them as well. And a bunch of my buddies were in the health class, and I was in home ec at the time. And so I lifted up my shirt and ran and did like a sumo jump at the window to like smash my belly against it just to get some laughs.
I would absolutely hate you if we went to school together.
Totally, yeah. No, it's cool. I would have hated you too.
No, you wouldn't have.
Still do.
You probably would have had a huge crush on me.
Okay, get out of here. Anyway, I ended up breaking the window in between, and I got charged $600 to replace it.
Like, how much money did your parents have to spend on
me being dumb?
Yes.
Way too much over the years.
Alyssa wrote in saying, my son got a brand new iPad. He thought it would be cool to watch it underwater.
No.
That is the best. That is so funny. Kids are hilarious.
Okay. So the reason we're talking about this once again, Kourtney Kardashian apparently, they're trying to pretend like this is realistic, broke her $1 million ring by stepping on it just a couple days after nobody was talking about her engagement.
Well, maybe she did. I'm going to have to watch the Kardashians. I'm not caught up.
So you have an expensive ring mistake story. It's not necessarily a broken story, but we still want to hear it. What do you got?
Yeah, it was, we were at a wedding, and we were all in the yard waiting for the groom and the bride to get married, and she would not sign the prenup that he pulled out on her at the last minute. And so she said, fine, and flushed down her $55,000 engagement ring in the toilet.
No.
But did they end up still getting married?
They did, but they hired an actor, so it wouldn't be a real priest, so it could be defendable. And then eventually she signed the prenup, and they got married again.
What?
Oh my God! What a bad start.
Yeah.
True
Honestly.
story. They got divorced and married again.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
Thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Play 107. It's Ryder and Lisa. I didn't want to bust this out until, game 7, or if we were maybe leading 3-2 at this point, I'd drop it. It's a good luck charm that I have for the Oilers. I've only pulled this out 3 times.
Okay, and you're feeling like it will be good luck?
I think we need it tonight. And then on game 7 is a Saturday, so I'm not even going to be working, so I won't be able to give the good luck charm then anyway. We can use, maybe Ben will be at the game, or maybe somebody will wear that stinky shirt that they always wear when they win, and one of those things will bring us to victory.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Ryder's recorder. Ryder has no actual skills.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I'd like to just say you're welcome to the players as well for the big win tonight.
1K wordplay.
Marilyn, who are you choosing as your teammate today?
You, Lisa.
Okay, I'm out of here.
All right, so Lisa's leaving the room. For those who are listening for the first time, I'm going to give Marilyn 5 words. She'll come up with the first word that comes to mind for each. Then we'll invite Lisa back in. I'll give her the same words. For everyone that matches, it's $25. If you hit them all, it's $1,000. Okay?
Okay.
Word number 1, Marilyn, is apple.
Pie.
Word number 2, wood.
Chip.
Word 3 is smell.
Nose.
Good answer. Word number 4 is crime.
Police.
Ooh, I like that answer too. And finally, river.
Water.
All right. I actually wrote down water first because I was confident that's what you were going to go with. All right, let's invite Lisa back in. She did very good.
Yeah?
Couple tricky words in here today, though.
Man, okay. That's okay. We'll win some money.
Yep. Maybe the whole thing.
Ooh.
We're going to start with smell.
Nose.
Making that money.
Ooh, $25.
Next up, river.
Water.
Whoa.
That was quick.
Ooh.
$50,
50
Marilyn.
bucks. 50 bucks. 3 more words.
Next one, we're going to go with crime.
Arrest? No, am I wrong? I can tell by your face. No, what was it? Was it criminal? Was it criminal?
No, it was police.
Okay, so I wouldn't have got it with the 2 words that were in my head. So we're not winning $1,000 today, but Marilyn, I'm going to try my best to get you to $100, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Next up, apple.
Orange. Apples and oranges.
No.
Oh, that was a bad one. That was so bad.
She went with pie. Apple pie.
Oh, that's a really good answer. Okay,
And-
$75. Let's do this.
Wood. WOOD. Wood.
Nail. I suck. What is it? What was the answer?
She went with chip. Wood chip.
Well, what did we win today at least?
$50.
$50. Not bad, Marilyn.
Not too bad.
Next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50 in the
Yeah.
AM.
Good luck to everyone.
That'll be the last chance for this week.
Yep.
Time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention and notoriety they deserve. Let me be your hero.
Shout out to the challenge of playing a team that has an ex-Oilers head coach who we fired and they want revenge.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, that's pretty much every team in the NHL.
Very valid point.
Like,
yeah.
even when I was watching the game, I was like, that's the coach we just fired, right? Wait, that's not Tippett? Wait, who? Which one?
Valid. Shout out to Oilers fans who dedicated so much of their free time over the winter to watch games, go to games, so that now we could be in this place, stressed, exhausted, and anxious.
Everyone has high blood pressure. Shout out to the Keeners of the world who already booked their air duct cleaners, cleaned out their garage, and fertilized their lawn. What's it like to be calm and collected and a proper adult?
Did you write that one based on my to-do list at the house? Because I have to do all 3 of those things.
I know.
Okay, rude. Shout out to golf season being in full swing now and still not being able to afford to go enough to actually improve your game.
You should have said to improve your full swing.
No.
It was a play on words, was it not?
I didn't like it. I
Okay.
didn't like it. You just write yours, I'll write mine.
Fine. Shout out to the sun rising way earlier. It's a love-hate relationship because I love the sun, but I do not love people seeing me driving at 5 a.m. eating a footlong for breakfast.
Shout out to the internet being divided about everything these days except for one thing. Hillary Duff is hot.
Shout out to Apple discontinuing the iPod 20 years after it was launched. I still have my first iPod. I plugged it in the other day and all the music was literally what we play on our station now.
Awesome.
Full circle.
Yeah, that's sweet. And finally, shout out to planting lots of great vegetables in your garden that will die. There's a video that's going viral, and people are torn about what to feel on it, and I get it, because I've been torn with my opinion on this over the years, and it's changed.
There's a woman who runs a Disney TikTok account. She's just obsessed with Disney, and she's 27 years old. Her is Every Day is Disney, and so she goes to Disneyland a lot. Mm-hmm. And this video in particular is her getting really excited to see Goofy coming around the corner. It says, I've been waiting 3 years to hug him again. She's bawling her eyes out. She's hugging Goofy, and people are quick to be really judgy in the comment section. I'm talking thousands of adults saying, you're an adult, grow up.
Time to grow up. You shouldn't be running like a 5-year-old towards a mascot just so you can get a hug.
So there is more to this story. Her father passed away, and they loved Disney together.
And his favorite character was Goofy.
So that's why she got emotional when they hugged.
Yeah.
Because she felt closer to her dad in that moment. So
Very reasonable.
It's a very sweet story, but the judgmental comments, there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you were judgy about Disney adults for a while, but your opinion has changed as of late?
Yeah, so I would say, let's just say the majority of my 20s and early 30s were spent wondering what the draw was.
Okay, well, I love the music, personally.
Okay, that's fair.
I've been to Disneyland. I didn't really care for, the lineups. I don't really like rides.
Yeah.
but I love
The music.
Disney soundtracks.
Okay, so that makes sense to me. Like, you're able to give an answer. And I went to Disneyland and I had a great time with my daughter. I don't think I'd ever go just as an adult. And I know some like couples without kids that go to Disneyland like every year. That's their vacation.
Yeah, they love it.
And I spent, like I said, a lot of time just really confused by it and thinking it was weird, to be quite honest, that was like, with all the trips that you could take and all the things that you could do, you're going to Disney again? But here we are. This is when my opinions change. Whatever your pastime is, if it brings you joy, this is my opinion now, go for it. If it's not hurting anybody else, go for it. Like, go all in. You want to be a Disney adult? If that's keeping you happy and helping you sleep at night or give you something to be excited about to get through some of the trickier times in your life, I'm all for it.
It reminds me of people that are obsessed with trains. I always thought that was really weird.
Sure.
But then I met someone that loves trains, and I got to watch, like on Facebook, his facial expression when he saw I don't know, one-of-a-kind train. I don't even know what it was, but
He's
the pure
jacked.
joy. And this guy's in his 50s.
Yeah, and it is pure joy.
It's
and
pure joy.
anything harmless that brings somebody pure joy should be absolutely green-lighted by anybody else. Here's what I don't like. The people that are obsessed with this TikTok and are incredibly mean in the comment section, if that's your pastime, I'd much rather you be going to Disney than being mean to strangers on the internet. That's one of the ones now that I'm like, why? What would make you want to do that with your free time? But
So, like, for me personally, my parents could never afford for me to go to Disneyland as a kid. And I love The Little Mermaid. And now in my adult life, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. So when you go to Disneyland as an adult and you experience these childhood things like live in front of your face, you can't help but be filled with joy and happiness. It's just like that your childhood, like, beaming through you as an adult. I sat next to the actor Little Mermaid, and I've never had a bigger smile on my face in my entire life.
okay.
And I was like,
so, yeah, I
32
guess
years old.
kind of fills the voids things that you felt like you missed out on when you were a kid,
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
It's a very valid point. Every year I wanted a really sweet remote control car growing up, and I never got one. And I'm still, like, obsessed with the idea of getting a really good remote control car someday and just sitting on my front deck and ripping around with it. I don't know why, but I guess it's similar to that Disney void for you.
Yeah, because you'll be like, this is the greatest moment of my life. And you're like, what are you, 38 or whatever?
Yeah.
And you're just bombing it down the street like you're 7. That's just kind of how my take is on it. But the internet is rude. The people on the internet have nothing better to do than tear down somebody's happiness.
Well, we appreciate the call. That's a great assessment.
Yeah, truly.
I'm on Team Disney adults now for sure, all the way.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I was just there and I didn't go. That was a huge fail.
Jenna coming in to take over, and she's in a little early, so we wanted to chat with her. Big Oilers fan.
Yes,
We're going to do it tonight, right?
of course, 100%. I still believe.
I still believe, too. I think we win the next 2 games.
Yep.
I'm with you.
But I noticed something really cool happening, and I guess this is what the fans in Colorado do with their spare time that they have from not having crazy anxiety from really close games and sadness from losing games, and they sing together. So this just happened at Game 4, if I'm not mistaken, and they were singing along. I guess they would have had Game 1 and 2 in Colorado, so this might have been from Game 2.
So this is them in the arena, okay?
Okay.
So the fans are singing along to songs in the stands, and I think it's awesome.
I love that so much.
Yeah, especially because it's not usually one you would hear them all singing along to. It's not really a...
Yeah, it's not like a sports
song.
anthem.
Yeah.
So I thought this would be a good one for us to sing to the Oilers if we can bring it back to Game 7.
So get the DJ to start the song and then stop, and then everyone in the arena keeps singing.
Right. So this would be just the, like, chanting part. I did the best I could with the tools that I have to make this. Don't you think Hadaway, if we could all sing along?
That would be so good. We just like dubbed our voices and like
You guys sounded like robots.
Yeah.
it's actually kind of creepy.
Yeah, do you want to hear it like with less robot-y?
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Who's out of pitch there? Was it me?
Me, definitely me. But what do you think about a Hadaway sing-along, begging the players not to hurt us anymore?
We need that.
Okay, good.
100%.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.